Avial is a South Indian vegetable dish. This recipe was given to me by a lady in Kumily, so it's a very traditional family recipe. And Avial is often made for special occasions. The lovely thing about it is that it's a combination of vegetables, and you can often be quite liberal with the different ones that you use. And also, what's fantastic is that because this food is so tasty, vegetarian meals need never be boring. What we're going to use today is some plantain, we have some cucumber, some snake gourd, and appropriately named drumstick. We start off by simply putting some water, about half a cup of water, into a pot that we've heated up, and we add the chopped vegetables to that. And with the chopped vegetables, we're putting in some green chillies, some curry leaves, and a little turmeric, and some salt to taste. We then stir those around and we leave them to gently simmer so that they are all starting to cook. While those are gently simmering, we make up the part that really adds the flavour. And with that, we use some cumin seeds, and we just lightly crush those up, around about half a teaspoon to a teaspoon, depending on how strong you want the flavour. So you lightly crush those up. That just helps to release the flavour a little bit more than putting them straight in whole. We add some shallots to that and crush that up together. And then we tip that into a bowl. And in the bowl we add some yoghurt and grated coconut. A little tip for when you're cooking at home: if you can't get hold of grated coconut, you can always buy desiccated coconut, soak it in a little water, and that will rehydrate it. Drain the water off, let it sort of dry a little bit, and that will give you something that's very close to coconut that you've freshly grated yourself. We mix that up. The vegetables are now coming along there quite nicely. So this mix with all the flavour in it from the cumin and the yoghurt and the shallots, that goes in. Stir, oh, it's just smelling tremendous. Stir that through. And then we allow that to slowly cook until the vegetables are cooked through. But there's a last little bit. We often like to do the process called tempering. So what I'm going to do is to heat up a little bit of coconut oil. Put that on there. Allow that to start to warm up a little bit. Just a couple of teaspoons of coconut oil will be sufficient. And I'm going to put a few more of the remaining curry leaves in here, let them pop and sizzle, and then they'll be tipped into the avial, and that just adds a nice finishing touch to it. I'll always remain indebted to Maggie, who shared this recipe with me in her family home. It's one that we often make at home, and every time I have it, I think of the wonderful times I've spent up in Kumily in the cardamom hills of Kerala.